So yesterday's video, how many comments did that get? I think it got, last time I looked, it had like 11,000 comments, which is just disgusting. So it has over 14,000 comments. On top of all the tweets that I got, it turns out a lot of people have Simpsons Hit and Run. I saw that most people had it for the PlayStation 2. I actually don't know if it was for anything else. Was it? Came out for PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, and Windows. Did I really have it for my GameCube or PlayStation? For some reason, I felt like that was for my PlayStation 1, but okay. There was a lot of people that were leaving comments and stuff saying things like, oh yeah, I'm 16 years old and that game was my fucking childhood. I think my average subscriber age is like, you know, like 15 to 17 or so. I mean, a lot of the people that I meet on a normal basis, like, I don't know, if I go to like a store or something like that, a lot of them are at least like 17 or so. That's just the people that I've met, you know? I mean, I know I have a lot of like younger viewers and stuff, but I've been surprised before by how old some of my viewers were. I met one guy that was 32. One guy that was 32 had a full beard and everything. Came up to me all calmly and shit, was like, and this was like a long time ago. This was like a year ago or so. And maybe a little less than a year ago. There was this dude with like this long beard, you know? Kind of reminds me of one of the guys that go to the gym, actually. Goatee gets long enough to where they could just straighten it all out. Goatee gets like so long that they start putting like little beads on it and stuff. Putting a bunch of like bands on it. Basically, the guy looked like he could KO me with just his goatee. If he just swung his head hard enough. Not that I would ever fight the guy anyway. Look, he's fucking massive. The dude, I'm actually pretty sure that this guy at the gym is like 40s, 50s, but the dude is in disgusting shape for his age. That's just an assumption of how old he is. I've never like spoken to this guy, like in particular. Never really had a word with him. I've had like eye-to-eye contact before and do the whole like, hey buddy, yeah, you working out too kind of thing, you know? I met a guy that was like in his 30s that came up to me and he was like, hey, I don't mean to like, you know, interrupt you or anything, but he was like, but are you FaZe Jeff? And I was like, yeah, it's me. I'm usually surprised whenever like people come up to me and talk to me anyway. On top of that, having like this guy that I don't actually expect to watch my videos completely caught me off guard. I took a picture with him and everything. I haven't seen the picture or anything like that. I remember taking a picture with him, just smiling and shit, talking for a few minutes, and then just, you know, I went on and did whatever. I think I was in Walmart or I was shopping for food or something. 9 times out of 10, that's where people see me anyway, because that's about the only time I go outside. But speaking of surprises, okay, I tweeted about this a couple days ago, or was it yesterday? I think it was a couple days ago, though. Speaking of surprises, I was just sitting here chilling, just relaxing, sitting here watching anime or whatever, and just don't judge me. Doorbell rings, which is kind of a surprise because I don't usually have like that many people that show up to my house or whatever. Just, you know, it's my grandparents' house. We're just chilling. Usually, if anybody's coming here, it's just like the package is being delivered or like something along those lines. But the doorbell rings. My grandparents answer the door because, you know, I'm sitting here. They're like usually right out there anyway, and they come in and they come into my room and they're like, did you order these pizzas? And I'm like, what? Turns out somebody that knows where I live, has my address, and just all this other information, which honestly, I'm not even fucking surprised anymore. Turns out they knew my address, and he decided to just, like, order me some pizzas. And I was just, okay, well, fuck. But see, the most disappointing thing about all these pizzas, okay, so when I went there and I was like, I didn't know exactly what to do at first, okay? Because I didn't order these pizzas, but I was like, wait, are these paid for, or are they not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we supposed to be paying cash or card or something? And the lady was like, oh, no, they're already paid for. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll take. And then I got the pizzas and they were like the most disappointing thing in the world. And not to sound completely ungrateful for it, you're sending me food and pizza of all things, I gotta try. So when I got these pizzas, they already smelled like a little funny. Like usually when I eat pizza, it's either just like extra cheese or like pepperoni or sausage or something like that. Or like a Wisconsin 6 cheese or whatever. Okay, I love cheese, okay, you understand that. I love cheese. But when I got them, I thought maybe it was just like, you know, more than one different type of pizza. When I originally like got these, you know, in my hand, like when I carried them into the kitchen and everything, I think there was like 5 of them, 4 or 5 of them. When I was carrying them, I was like, what the fuck? What is that smell? It smells almost like fish. It's a smell I've never smelled before coming from a pizza anyway, or just like a combination of smells, and maybe I'll never understand this smell ever. I figured when I was carrying it that I was just like, maybe, you know, some of them's pepperoni, maybe another one has like, I don't know, broccoli or something, maybe one of them has like pineapple or something on it, you know what I mean? I'll get Domino's here and there, but like the other pizza places around here are usually where I would get my pizza from, just because, I don't know, they just seem to taste better. They just seem to be, you know, made better. No offense, Domino's. Don't unfollow me on Twitter, please. But usually I'm going to, you know, these other smaller places. Okay, so I'm looking at these pizzas. I unstack them all, and I just start opening them one at a time. First one, normal. Second one, it was either pineapples or peppers. I was afraid to eat it because, you know, I'm a little bitch, and I don't like peppers. So I'm pretty sure they were pineapples, though. Well, how don't you know the difference between a pineapple and a pepper? I don't know. I was just scared, okay? The smells were funny. It was from a stranger, ordered and everything. The lady seemed a little sketched. I don't know. Anxiety was just kicking in, okay? I opened like the third or fourth one up, you know, eventually, obviously, I opened up all of them, and I opened up the other one and it had like, it's not anchovies, it wasn't like fish, it was like salami or some shit. It was some of the smelliest meat I've ever smelled in a pizza, and it was most definitely that and just the mixture of other smells that were coming from just a pile of them. And they had like breadsticks and everything in there too. It's weird. When I said this, a lot of people, you know, obviously were asking like, did you pay for it? Did you pay for it? Please tell me you actually paid for it. And I'm sitting here like, why? Like, what's the big deal? You know what I mean? Like, somebody sent it to me. This is like a gift, right? It's weird, and I've never had it happen before, but it's still pretty cool, you know? Just free pizza. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take it. I made sure the address is correct and everything. It wasn't anybody else's pizza. It was meant for here. They couldn't tell me like the phone number that the person called off of, like, so I couldn't even get like an area code or some bullshit. But a lot of people were telling me to be really careful, or that I shouldn't have taken the pizzas because the person could have ordered it with like a stolen like card or something. And I mean, it's a little too late now. I mean, I feel like this was a good spirited delivery here. I don't think, I mean, I have no proof whatsoever, like, to just, you know, just giving the person, whoever sent it to me, if you are watching this video, you probably are, if you looked into finding my address and shit. I would like to think that someone would send pizzas don't have some sort of malicious intent, okay? Just imagining pizza and malicious, it doesn't go together. I feel like anybody that eats pizza has to be at least a decent person, especially sending the pizza to someone else instead of themselves. And that amount of pizza too, that was like 5 medium pizzas. I mean, they weren't large pizzas or whatever, but that's still like a good amount of money. That's like, what, 20, 30, $40? That's a lot of money for just pizza. I don't care what anybody says. Now, the thing is, to the guy that actually sent them to me, I'm sorry, but I didn't eat any of it. You know, I thank you. I appreciate it, but it's just, yeah, it was really weird. And if I did start eating it, my grandparents would look at me really funny. They just, I don't know. They probably thought it was poisoned or some shit from Domino's. I don't know. They thought I was fucking stupid for eating some of the stuff that's sent in the P.O. boxes, which, by the way, will be coming back soon. Oh God, I don't feel like explaining the whole thing. The P.O. box is still there. It's not closed or whatever. So if you were, you know, worried about sending something and, you know, it not being seen by me or whatever, if you've already sent something, I have seen it. It's just, I have this whole situation. I can't really explain the whole thing. It's just like a bunch of payment stuff and just like really confusing stuff. But every package that I've gotten from this point, I have opened already, so I can't exactly do a P.O. box opening at the moment. And with me not doing a P.O. box opening in, what, months, people have stopped sending a lot of things. So for those of you that are still going to be sending things to the P.O. box, you know, go ahead. It's still there. It's good. Once I get enough stuff for that P.O. box opening, we can start making them again. I had a whole situation with the post office, and like, it's just so fucking dumb. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm annoyed. So yeah, if you were looking to send something to the P.O. box, you can still do that. I will get it. If you've already sent something, I probably have already opened it. Hopefully, you know, none of the stuff actually got lost or whatever, but the whole thing was a pain in the ass because I have to drive further away in order to get this. And the thing is that it's like a big confusion thing whenever I go there. For some reason, I don't know. So yeah, P.O. box openings, they will continue. They're not just gonna, you know. So again, if you're gonna send stuff, go ahead. I feel like I've been 11th prestige for months. I've fallen so far behind Blue now. Like at one point, I was 20 levels behind him. He had like 15 hours more game time than me. Hey, buddy. Let's play the game now, okay? All right. We can do this. Heard Infinite Warfare got a big update. Like, they added like 100 camos or some crazy shit, and people are still really angry. You know, just the typical Infinite Warfare stuff, just saying they can't do anything right. People are still mad because in this update they added like all these camos and stuff like that, and they still don't have leaderboards or whatever, which I feel like the whole like supply drop thing and all these new camos and all that other shit is like a completely different, that they're like, you know, working on. Got like a certain group of people that are working on the supply drop thing, and the other people that are working on like in-game thing, leaderboards and things like that. I'd still have a really hard time that they're working on leaderboards after all this time. They're probably just never gonna give it to anybody. I mean, it's not even that I give a shit about the leaderboards or whatever, but they're not coming, and it's just really strange that they're not coming to Call of Duty like 2 months later. One of the community managers or like player support people for the people that are like with Infinite Warfare replied to somebody that was asking about the leaderboards, why are there no leaderboards and all this other stuff, and they basically said something like, I don't want to quote it, but they said something along the lines of people get bullied for their rank on the leaderboards, so they want the game to be more player friendly and not have people like get shit talked by other people, like, you know, talking about their KDA or whatever. You know, if you don't have like a 3.0 KDA, they just shit on you and they make fun of you and whatever. I mean, Call of Duty's been going for like 10 fucking years, and each and every single time they've had leaderboards, it's just chilling on here. It's on here. I have a 1.27 KDA. That's pretty average for a sniper that just runs face first into 20 people every game, at least 40 times. If you're playing ground war, fucking forget it. A lot of people measure KDA as like a measure of like, you know, their skill or whatever, even though it definitely, you know, just depends on their play style more than anything. Like, you can have a person that's just like a super good player, just that rushes around the map and stuff. They die more often, but they're actually really good at the game. Whereas a person that's less mechanical, that's more of a defensive, you know, assault rifle kind of player will have a higher KDA. Just looking at the KDA for how good a player is it's kind of weird, but it's still a thing. Like, if I had a 0.5 KDA, it would just show that I'm just all around just complete garbage. And the thing is that they just don't want people to even just be called complete garbage, you know what I mean? I mean, I call myself garbage, like, all the time, but yeah. They just don't want people to get bullied. That's what the one person said. I feel like that's not the whole reason. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's really not that big of a deal. It's just leaderboards. It's not like you can't play the game or the game is unplayable without leaderboards. It's just weird that they're not even explaining anything. It's just, I don't know. God damn it. What the fuck is going on? Okay, I have not seen this one before. Just nutsack on my shoulder. Nice. He doesn't even have a gun. What the f? He's just sack tapping my soul. What happened to his thumb? Looks like a piece of licorice. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support on my videos recently, especially yesterday's video. Like I said, like over 14,000 comments. It's really cool to see, like, you know, everybody interacting in the comment section and actually being, like, you know, nostalgic and talking about all the games that they used to play and just everything. It's just awesome to see. I hate watching people argue, especially like down in my comment sections and stuff. It just, I don't know. Just makes me sad, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much. My most recent videos are popping up on the screen here. And, yeah. It's been Jeb, guys. Later.